I literally studied engineering. And then I realized how messed up my own teeth were. So growing up, my baby teeth weren't falling out. One day, my mom takes me into the practice. She takes some x-rays and she starts crying hysterically, bad crying. So obviously, I start crying hysterically. It was a recipe for disaster. What's going on? What's wrong with me? Turns out I was congenitally born missing 13 permanent teeth.
What?
And I said, wow, if I become a dentist, I could be a perfect mix of medicine, art, and engineering. It's the most perfect trifecta. Yeah. And I said, why am I running from dentistry? This is what I need to be. But I wasn't going to give up my bioengineering background. That I wasn't going to, no way. Yeah. All of the parents asked me after I make this, oh my goodness, please, I want this. Oh, and really? I always end up sending it to them. And honestly, it's great advertising for your business because they'll always post it on social media.
AI isn't just changing dentistry, it's completely redefining it. Tune into Bite-Sized Podcast, the Dental AI and Tech Podcast, and stay ahead of the curve.
Hey, yo, break it down now. Cami smart, Cami pretty. Yeah. What? Mixing ethics with the gritty. True. Don't fear AI, run toward it fast. Cami got the future and is built to last.
She fresh, she tight, she all Cami'd up. From the cold to the clinic, she just blowing it up. So throw your hands high if you feel that vibe. It's the AI author queen, she keeping dreams alive.
Welcome back, everybody, to another Bite-Sized Podcast. We've got Dr. Cami Tussie on the show today, and she is a kind of like I don't know, I think you might want to call her maybe an OG, an AI OG. I mean, in the rap world, you'd be an AI OG. I don't know. OG is kind of like original gangster.
I wish. I dream of being an original gangster, Adrian. But hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. Glad to be on today.
I think you're an OG. Give it a few more years and you'll be an OG.
I close my eyes and that's what I dream of, being a rapper.
Oh, well, Dr. Tussie here is she's just going into her residency, orthodontic residency. Do you want to tell us a little bit about where you went to school and where you're at and stuff and what your plans are?
Of course. So my name is Cami. I'm originally from Buenos Aires. If you guys haven't been to Argentina, it's possibly the best meat and ice cream you will ever eat in your life.
Ooh.
The best.
Meat and ice cream together, huh?
The best combination. Burgers with shakes. Things that don't make sense, but they do.
All right.
Anyway, I moved to Miami when I was little with my family. So lover of sunshine, very much so. I'm a bioengineer, studied at Stanford, and I finished up my pre-doc, my DMD at Harvard, May of 2025, and now I'm starting my orthodontics residency at Harvard.
Fantastic.
A little bit about me.
That's awesome. Your parents are dentists?
My mom is a dentist, and my dad manages the practice that they have in South Florida. They're together 24/7. So I don't know how they do it, but I admire it. I truly do not know, but you know,
they must love each other.
Love each other or hate each other. I don't know. They're
something.
Exactly. A close combination right there.
Well, I found you because I read an article online about AI that you'd written and reached out to you, and you were just so kind to respond back. And I would love to include in the show notes maybe a few of your articles. So make sure you guys check out some of the stuff that Dr. Tussie's written. I'll put them in the show notes. So you're an orthodontist in residency.
Exactly.
You're a bioengineer. You're a ChatGPT OG. You're publishing on AI and dentistry. How did this all come together?
Yeah. So at Stanford, it's very much tech-centered. Tech is everywhere. And to be honest, I didn't always want to be a dentist. I wanted to be an engineer. I literally studied engineering. And then I realized how messed up my own teeth were. So growing up, my baby teeth weren't falling out. One day, my mom takes me into the practice. She takes some x-rays and she starts crying hysterically, bad crying. So obviously, I start crying hysterically. It was a recipe for disaster. What's going on? What's wrong with me? Turns out I was congenitally born missing 13 permanent teeth.
What?
The story goes that when I was being made, my mom was thinking of a patient that she hated, and I came out like this.
Oh, wow. Yeah, right.
So we don't know how PC that is, but anyway. I was very quickly thrown into the dental chair, and I realized very quickly that the dentistry that I never wanted to do because, oh, my mom is a dentist, I want to do everything but what she is not only important to your oral health, but to your self-esteem. You're literally, as a dentist, giving someone the ability to smile. And I said, wow, if I become a dentist, I could be a perfect mix of medicine, art, and engineering. It's the most perfect trifecta. And I
Yeah.
said, why am I running from dentistry? This is what I need to be. But I wasn't going to give up my bioengineering background. That I wasn't going to, no way I wasn't going to do that. So it's exactly what I did. As a bioengineer, I applied to dental school, and I realized how in the dental field, a lot of people lacked this knowledge, this technical knowledge that is now AI is everywhere. And because many people, especially in the dental field, don't have this knowledge, they're running away from AI rather than running towards it like they should be.
Why do you think that's the case?
It's scary. Like, for people who don't understand how the technology works and who are very much set in their ways, set in their routines, it's very easy to say, I'm going to keep doing what I always do, rather than saying, yeah, I'm willing to try something new despite the risks, just because I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
We say that AI is like a black box in a way, because a lot of models, we don't exactly know how they work. So it's very easy to run away from the technology instead of running towards it. And I think that's when I became a little bit obsessed with teaching AI to the dentist who doesn't have that technical background and making it more accessible for them.
So you, in our previous, our preparation kind of call that we had, you showed me a cool GPT that we're going to look at here in a minute that you built. When did the light bulb kind of go on that you could use custom GPTs to for dentistry? I mean, it's kind of it takes some super creative thought process there to start connecting the dots between
Absolutely
custom GPTs.
I actually love this story. So if there's something about first generation immigrant families who start a small business, it's that their kids who speak much better English and have a little bit more knowledge of the American system going to school here end up doing a lot of the administrative work. And growing up, I was very much doing that for my parents. And I would get constant phone calls from my dad. Cami, I need your help writing this email to a patient saying this. How do I respond to this Google review?
So you're the GPT.
Literally, it was me. And I reached a limit, Adrian. I reached a limit where I said, Dad, I have class. Like, I cannot be writing all of these emails for you. I'm so sorry. So one day I said to him, okay, I'm going to teach you something that's going to change your life, AKA it's going to change my life because I'm going to be the one not answering as many phone calls. And I said, I want you to open up ChatGPT and I want you to write, I am a dentist. Write an email responding to Aetna appealing this claim.
Right.
And just like that,
he's
all
like,
of a sudden, I stopped getting...
mind.
It's amazing. I literally, 2 months later, I go to the practice in South Florida. I go to the front desk and I see pulled up in the front desk office, I am a dentist. Help me write an email to this. Truly, it changed him. And I said, wow, like there's so much potential here, mainly for me not having to answer many phone calls, but for any dentist.
Yeah. Using ChatGPT just the dental industry is just kind of like barely moving into using ChatGPT and Gemini and Perplexity and a lot of these large language models to do basic functionality like respond to emails or write an email or, do the insurance claim example you gave or whatnot. But what you're talking about is customizing and building like a little baby GPT. Tell us what that means. Last week I interviewed a doctor. His name is Dr. Simone Stories from Italy, and he's building GPTs, custom GPTs to listen to. He records all of his calls, all of his not his calls, but his discussions with his patients, his cases and whatnot. He records it on a wearable, and then he runs that wearable audio file, moves it to text, puts it into a custom GPT, and he writes follow-up emails and things like that. And you're doing something very similar to what he's suggesting, but it's the same idea. It's going into ChatGPT and building an agent that has some kind of a limited customization or a smaller accessible output, I guess you could say. tell us a little bit about how that works, and then let's talk about one of the GPTs you built.
Of course. And I'm happy later I'll walk through it so anyone
Okay.
can learn how to do it for themselves. But if you have the pro version of ChatGPT, that is necessary, unfortunately, but probably the best $20
It's only like $30
a month,
though.
literally the best money that you will spend in the world. Basically, you can create these GPTs where you're customizing the role in a way. So just like any general dentist, let's say any general dentist is ChatGPT, you can then specialize and have a specific role like the GPT that you make. And you can basically code your own GPT for this specialized role to make it do whatever you want. It's great.
All right. Show us how to do it then.
All right, let's do this.
Just share your screen.
So this is like a little passion project of mine, and I'll show you all how we're going to build it and what we're going to do with it. But
All right.
let me give you a little primer before I share my screen.
Yeah, tell us why you built this one you're going to show us particularly.
Exactly. I've sat in the dental chair, and let me tell you, if you guys have not tasted lidocaine, first of all, you're amazing because you clearly have great teeth. But second of all, you are saving yourself one of the most disgusting tastes there probably is.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's disgusting. And honestly, children hate it. I don't blame them. And dentists have a scary reputation. And especially for children who sit in this big, scary dental chair, it's very easy to feel extra intimidated. And if you don't want to go to the dentist, then you're not going to take preventative measures to take care of your oral health. So I said, what can I do? Specifically, I started this as a dental student. What can I do to make the pediatric patients that I see feel more comfortable coming to me and actually want to come to me instead of being afraid to come see me? So let's walk through this. All right. I'm going to share my screen. All right, beautiful. So you all get a glimpse into my personal ChatGPT. All right.
So here we go.
On anyone's account, you can just come to the left, and right here you see GPTs. And here you basically have access to all of these GPTs that anyone does and makes public. And on the upper right, next to my GPTs, you can click Create. Amazing. It's basically like your personal configuration window. So name. This is the passion project of mine, and I kind of want to code it for you guys just to show you how easy it is. So we're going to call it the Dental Storyteller. All right. And here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, when someone puts in their description, physical, what they like to eat, if I can type, that would be better. What they like to eat, do in their free time, where they're from. I basically want this GPT where they are from. I want this GPT to make a rhyming poem for them.
Okay.
Detailing their experiences going to the dentist.
Okay.
And I want it to make a cartoon for them.
Okay.
You know, when you're being
For a
recorded,
kid,
you
yeah.
can't type.
No,
Crazy.
you're terrible at
Yeah.
typing. Perfect
Terrible.
doctor.
Exactly.
It's
That we
it's
stick to what
equality.
we're better at. Make a cartoon of them in the dental chair going to the dentist. All right. Literally just like this. Very easy. If you guys are better typers than me, then it'll be a lot faster for you than for me. And you can do this for anything. Anything that you're struggling with, you can do this for. All right. And now, if you want...
And you skip, why are you skipping conversational starters? What's that for?
All right. This is basically something that when you open up the GPT, it tells you like a recommended thing to ask.
Oh,
So
okay. To kind of set the stage for it. Okay.
Exactly. It sets the stage. We don't necessarily need this, but I encourage everyone to try this on their own.
Okay. Yeah.
And let's say we're doing something a little bit more academic, which applies for me quite a bit. We could upload files that it takes its information from. So for example, let's say I want to ask it an orthodontic related question. I can upload a bunch of scholarly works, and it will then pull information from those scholarly works, which is great. We're reducing our risk of hallucination or of our model of coming up with things that are completely fake and not based in science.
Got it.
And then recommended model, what I encourage all of you who don't have a lot of experience, just put no recommended model. if we were to pick a model, each specific GPT model is specialized for distinct purposes. If you don't necessarily know what they're specialized in, just say users will use any model they prefer.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, let's do this. So now let's play.
So, all right, cool. So it's ready to go. You just do you have to create new
Literally
actions?
ready to go.
Just create.
We
All
can
right.
we can press create. And for now, I'll say only me, but you guys can change it to anyone with a link, and then you can send it to anyone, right? So
Okay.
let's say I make it and I want to send it to my dad in South Florida. I can make it, send him the link, and him with
And then
his
he can,
GPT
then his,
account
yeah. Okay.
can access
Got
it.
it. Got
But
it.
for now, let's say only me.
All right.
Amazing. So we're saving it, we're going, and let's view it. I'm viewing GPT. Awesome.
There you go.
All right, so let's say my name is Cami. Let's pretend that I am 8 years old. I am 8 years old. I have dirty blonde hair in a ponytail today with green eyes. Clearly, I can't write again, everyone. All right, what else about me does it want to know? I am from Argentina, and these are things that you talk about with your patient when they're sitting in the chair. The kids
Right.
love it. You
Right.
ask them, what do you love to eat? I love to eat pistachio gelato
Of
and
course you
kettle
do.
corn. I love it. It's my favorite. Not great for my teeth, but it's great for my soul. That's what's most important.
All
All right. I have fair skin. All right. We should include that too. So let's see. Let's
So
put it into
basically,
the Dental Storyteller.
the dental team is putting that information in and creating this little poem.
Exactly.
Nice.
Whether it be the dental assistant before I come in when they're entertaining the patient, whether it be me who's bonding with the patient.
Right.
And then it gives me a poem. Cami from Argentina with green eyes so bright, her ponytail bouncing, a bubbly delight. She nibbles on kettle corn, sweet and so neat, and pistachio gelato's her favorite treat. Yes, it is.
That
So
is.
then it becomes dental. The chair leaned back with a gentle, smooth whir as tools gave a tickle that made her go brr. The dentist said kindly, your teeth are quite sweet, but let's clean that gelato off every last treat.
That's
The
great.
kids love this.
Yeah.
So now it's making a cartoon. Unfortunately, it takes a little
takes
bit
a little
longer
bit,
to
yeah.
make a cartoon exactly. But
Yeah.
you can already start doing so much with your patient. You could say, all right, we're going to anesthetize. While we anesthetize, we're going to have an amazing little picture for you after.
Yeah.
Or even read them more of the poem while
Do
this
you
is
send
being
these
made.
to your patients in like an email after they've come in, or?
All of them ask me after I make this, oh my goodness, please, I want this.
Oh,
And
really?
I always end up sending it to them. And honestly, it's great advertising for your business because they'll always post it on social media. Oh, dentist visit today. And you could see this is me at the
Yep.
dentist.
Look
I
at
don't
that.
think I
And a
look
ponytail,
8 years.
green
It's
eyes.
great. Green eyes, blonde hair. I'm
That's
missing
cool.
my pistachio. And then you can ask it even more. Include the cartoon with kettle corn and pistachio. I want my kettle corn.
Oh yeah, yeah. You want to add that back in for sure.
I need it. And it will literally customize.
It'll make
As
a new
you see
image
fit.
for you. Yeah. Okay. So you built one of these that you've been using, and you let me use it.
Yes.
And I made a poem for me. I want to show you the picture that it made for me really quick. So
Please do.
while
I'm going
this
to
is
stop sharing.
Yeah, while this is loading, we'll come back to that screen, but let me share my screen really quick.
Beautiful. Oh, I love that you played with this, Adrian. This is what you do with your free time.
Kind of sometimes. Yeah. Basically, I have no life. I just screw around on. Here we go.
I think that's the best type of life
All
between
right,
you and
here we
me.
go. So this is the poem.
I love this.
So I said I was like 10 years old and I like frogs and bugs. So I've got a frog on my shirt, a bug in my hand. Now, what was so interesting about this? Oh, and then so anyway, I'll read the first verse here. In a room full of tools, both shiny and neat, Adrian bounced in on fast-moving feet with sneakers still dusty from basketball fun. He smiled at Dr. Cami, his checkup begun. So what you did with the one that you built is you built it so that you were always in as the doctor. And that's you. Blonde, dirty blonde hair, green eyes, fair skin. That's you. So how did you do that? Did you just write that into the description of the GPT when you built it?
Exactly. Yeah. So basically, when you're making your GPT, what I did is I said, include me, Dr. Cami. This is my physical description as the dentist, and include Dr. Cami in the rhymes and in the cartoon. And then you can customize it to you as the dentist, however you want to do it. It's great.
Okay,
And
so so every time you do it, it's got you in there. So the doctor could put them
anyone,
in there, or the front office, or whoever they want. Okay.
something that I do think, Adrian, though, is really important to say, especially for people who haven't done this before. If you think that the first time that you make a GPT, it's going to be perfect, you're fooling yourself.
Yeah.
That's just not the case for anything in life, right? And AI is no different. You're going to have to play with it, and you're going to have to keep customizing it such that it works how you want. And that's normal. Don't freak out when it doesn't work the first time and, it's making
really
you
easy to edit.
Green hair. Exactly. Just keep playing.
Okay, show us the next picture, though. I want to see the pistachio in yours.
Oh, all right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I'm sharing my screen. So here we have Cami from Argentina.
It made the whole cartoon with all the
The
verses
whole
and
thing.
everything. How
And
did it
there's
do
me.
that?
It's amazing. But see, sometimes you don't always know what you're going to get. So you got to keep playing.
So when I did mine, I actually tried to get the whole multiple cartoons, multiple images with each verse on it, just like this. And I couldn't seem to make it work. So when I was using yours, but obviously you could probably go in there and refine the prompt or the instructions to do a whole cartoon.
Exactly that.
If
and to show people
you just
how
have to
you
test
do that,
it right. Yeah, go ahead.
let's see. We come up here. If you click on the Dental Storyteller, however you name it, you can just say edit GPT.
Okay.
And then it takes you back to that home screen.
Okay.
Right
And then
over
you
here.
can go into the instructions and build them out a little bit.
And keep prompting it. Include a cartoon frame in the response. Right? Keep prompting it, keep updating it, and you can play with your changes here before you take the link and send it to other places or other people.
That's nice. I like this idea. It's a simple idea. It's complicated if you don't know how AI works. But if you understand how it works, it's a really simple idea, but it's super impactful. Like, I can't imagine that every pediatric practice should be doing something like this.
The kids love it. They love it. And let me tell you, not just pediatric practices. I've used this on so many adult patients who go crazy, who want these pictures, who say, oh, include my dog in the cartoon. This is what my dog looks like.
Yeah.
Because it's something new and innovative and fun.
Yeah. It personalizes the practice. It's a great way to interact with the patients. And how do you see this? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just a shot. If there's dental students who are listening, all of the downtime when you're waiting for faculty, this is a great use of that downtime.
Nice. What about, so I can see some really easy ways to, using this as a marketing opportunity. How would you take something like this and would you post these images to your Facebook page or Instagram account? I mean, what would you do in terms of marketing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this?
Or for example, like in orthodontics, if a patient finishes their treatment, you can edit in, I finished my treatment, send it to the patient, and they can post it themselves.
They can post themselves, yeah.
Exactly, a link to the practice. I feel like there's so many possibilities.
If you can think of it, you could probably just do it. I mean, you could write. I mean, I can imagine like a pediatric website that has, ABC Pediatric Dentistry has a page on their site with basically blog posts that are stories about patients that have come in, right? You could just start posting these on your website.
Absolutely.
That would
with
be
cartoons.
with cartoons. It would be great content. I mean, the way a website ranks in search is you have to add new original content to the website. And this kind of content would actually maybe get some eyeballs. Like, patients don't usually read dental practice website stuff, but little poems with cartoons about actual patients, they might actually read through it, and so you get some site time, and I think your site would rank better. Anyway, it'd be good content, I would think. So
agreed.
That's really cool. In our first, so that's awesome. If people are interested in maybe some further information or guidance or whatnot, would it be cool if we dropped your email in the show notes for them to reach out to you? to build like a
Absolutely.
custom GPT? Okay.
Absolutely.
And you also mentioned in our prep call that you love to speak, and you have done some speaking. So, like, have you done some speaking already?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I think that this kind of content coming from a dentist who's, you're probably what, Gen Z, millennial? What are you? You're
About this with
younger
my
than
husband
me.
quite a bit.
What?
My husband claims that I'm Gen Z, and I claim that I'm a millennial, but I don't know, undecided. I'd rather
It probably
not
has
say.
a lot to do with your personality. You could go one way or another.
I'm of the Facebook generation, so I will die on
You're
the hill that
probably
I'm
a
not Gen
millennial.
Z.
You're probably a millennial. Anyway, coming from a millennial doctor who understands AI, I think you guys should, anybody listening that needs a good speaker, reach out to Dr. Tussie. Yeah, make it easy, make it fun. I mean, the way you've explained it is super easy. Let's fast forward like 5 years, okay? So let's fast forward 3 years.
Okay.
You're out of your residency. You're now starting your practice. Where is AI now in terms of orthodontics or GPs?
I love this. Yeah. If I were to tell you what the AI in dentistry landscape would look like in 3 years, I think I'd be winning the lottery today, tomorrow, and the day after. If I could predict the future like that, I would be making a lot more money than I'm currently making, let me tell you that. But I think the landscape is moving so quickly within AI. The issue is the adoption amongst dentists who are a little bit afraid of change. And I think it's hard, right? Because DSOs are a lot more quick to sometimes adopt a lot of these new technologies than your classic mom and pop shop, who are a little bit more set in their ways. And I think it's causing a big divide in the technological know-how within the dental landscape. That's something that I'm curious to see in 3 years, how it's going to develop. I think that will be really interesting. And I think that's why I'm especially passionate about making AI accessible to the lay dentist who wouldn't otherwise adopt it because they're afraid or they don't know what's available to them. And I say this seeing my mom, that's important to me. But yeah, I think in terms of diagnostics, in terms of treatment planning, something that is very important for me, at least, is AI will never replace the clinician. You are always going to need a dentist. You are always going to need a doctor supervising everything and making the decisions. AI is a great tool for the clinician to use. It is a great tool for marketing purposes, for administrative purposes, for helping the diagnosis, and for enabling more precision medicine, right? Mm-hmm. Guiding the clinician, saying, this is what previous data tells us, what previous patient experiences can show us, and this is what I recommend. But the important word here is always recommend. And you're always going to need the clinician to make that final decision from all of their experience and put in their own special touches. So that to me is huge. AI has to enable the clinician to increase the standard of care and to continue increasing that standard, but it will never be able to replace the clinician. And very important is there are risks. Like you can't, when you put in information into OpenAI, do not put in your patient's information. Notice how I put Cami is 8 years old. I didn't put Cami Tussie, like make sure that you're aware that these things aren't always HIPAA compliant. So you want to make sure that you know what is and what isn't.
Cybersecurity is a big deal. I just saw an article come out, I think it was yesterday, that Heartland got smacked with an AI because they were using an AI tool to record some calls or something like that, but they weren't letting I don't know exactly what happened. I have to read it. I'm actually going to read it and write a comment on it, or a blog post about it. But
it's actually a project I'm working on, so stay tuned. But
cybersecurity,
it's huge.
No, and it's a huge issue, and it's not something to shrug off. HIPAA, EPHI, and AI is really kind of a nasty subject.
Dental practices aren't equipped currently to shield themselves from so many of these hackers. They know that so many of these dentists are easy targets, and it's very scary for the profession.
Yeah. I really like the way that you answered that question. I think that, when I started speaking about AI, which is right after ChatGPT kind of hit the public a couple of years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago, I created some presentations around this and I started speaking. And the general consensus on a lot of those early presentations were, we're all going to be replaced by robots. And that's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But the way that I would describe it, it would be like if we moved 5 years into the future, I think AI is going to be so integrated into all the systems to create efficiencies, reduce errors, improve profitability, whatever scale that might be. It would be like running your practice without electricity. It's going to be that integrated.
I love that.
So it's literally like you're not going to be able to dodge it, and you're not going to want to dodge it, because it's like, why would you want to make less money and do more work? So some of the tools that are coming out are just unbelievable, like what can be done with it. And it's just beginning, just barely beginning in terms of what the capabilities are. So I think that you're in a wonderful position where you're going to be finishing up your residency here in the next few years. You're already like digging into this stuff. You're getting in on the cybersecurity issue, which I'd like to have you back on to talk about that. I'm actually writing an article with an accounting firm that does cybersecurity and accounting and some other stuff. And there's a lot of conversations around that. But anyway, you're just in a great position, because I think you're going to come out of school and you're just going to be super, super efficient. I don't think dental practices are going to be run the same way that they've been run in the past. They're just not. They're going to be different.
But let me tell you, Adrian, I still dream of being an OG rapper. I would still.
Okay. I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to make you a rap song using Suno AI.
Please do. I love it. I love Suno.
And okay, I'm going to make a rap song, and I'm going to have that be the intro. So whatever the intro was, that's your rap song.
Make sure you say Cami is smart and pretty and a lot of compliments.
I'll give you a ton of juice. Yeah.
We need that.
All right. Well, check the show notes to reach out to Cami, book her to speak. Definitely follow her Instagram account. She's got a cool Instagram account.
Smile with Cami. I'm having fun.
All right. Smile with Cami. I like that. That could be the name of your practice, by the way. And then also some of the articles that you've written. Okay. Yes. And stay tuned. I'll definitely have you back on. Okay.
And please don't fear AI. Run towards it. Don't run away from it.
You know, it's funny. Dr. Simone's story that I recorded last week said the exact same thing right at the end.
No.
Said it literally the exact same thing.
Promise I didn't see it, everyone. But really, it's important.
No. Yeah, it's great. Okay. Well, thanks for coming on. Take care. You're wonderful.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Bite Size Podcast. Tune in to stay up to date with everything dental AI and tech.
Tapping in with the author, Queen Supreme, AI dreams, dental beams, harvest schemes from the Facebook gen. She making rounds again. Cami T on the mic, let's get that grin right. Word up, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, word up, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, she got degrees from the Ivy, credentials looking lively. Harvard on the wall, but her style still vibey. Call her Cami T, she flossing on the daily, mixing science with that slang. She out wavy, B-boy stance with a GPT glance. She code switch quick like a robot dance. Orthodontic bars, clinic full of stars. Custom comic strips while she fixing up your paws. Not Gen Z, but she TikToks clean. Reels be lit, got the AI gleam. Smile with Cami, yeah, I'm having fun. One look from Doc, yo, the deal is done.
Hey yo, break it down now. Cami smart, Cami pretty.
What?
Mixing ethics with the gritty.
True.
Don't fear AI, run toward it fast. Cami got the future and is built to last.
She fresh, she tight, she all Cami'd up. From the cold to the clinic, she just blowing it up. So throw your hands high if you feel that vibe. It's the AI author queen, she keeping dreams alive. She got that data lock, her hubby guard the keys. Encryption in the fam, privacy with ease. Cami roll deep with a digital squad. Patient files protected on high pair, she's got. From From the burbs to the block, solo docs on the rise. She teach them all the AI, now they looking real wise. No suits, no gatekeeps, just dental elite. Cami leads from the front, yo, she don't take a seat. Skeptics get schooled with a comic and a grin. Even Fido gets the vibe when he walking in. She Barbie meets MIT, Missy meets the Mayo. Tussie drop a keynote in the crowd, yo, ayo.
Not just clicks and clout, she got heart in the code. Where compassion meets tech, that's a super mode. Visual story queen, but a story still writing. Keep it a rating, never panic, just prompt, keep fighting.
Yo, break it down now.
Cami smart, Cami pretty.
No cap.
Mixing ethics with the gritty.
Facts.
Don't fear AI, run toward it hard. She got braces in the booth and a platinum card.
She flex, she slay, she straight OG. She the queen of the bite and the X-ray spree. So throw your hands high if you feel that light. It's the AI author queen and she's out of sight. Fresh.
Dr Tussie. Tussie. She running this city. Dirty blonde hair, you care? She's so pretty. Pretty, she that 404 proof. Cyber truth, ortho drip with a microchip. Chicka chicka.
Yeah.